Good afternoon. We're back for a supplemental. I've got my CoffeeTalk supplemental. We are back. Why are we back? Because as I alluded to yesterday, we have a reason to save those credits in gold that I talked about, and it's the black market. So you may have heard about this already, and I'll go over it just a little bit. For those of you who have not, essentially, let's just make a bottom line out of it. You're going to be able to buy premium tanks, some rare premium tanks, apparently. I do not have the list, so I can't tell you that. I do know what the first one is. I'll tell you that in a minute. Going to be able to buy some premium tanks and potentially very rare premium tanks for silver or gold. The first one is the Black Dog. You can see it. I've actually got, it's the 91GF version, not the naked version, all right? It's the version with the Grand Finals camo on it. But you don't get the 3 marks. That's me bragging. Anyway, so yes, of course I've 3 marked that because I'm, anyway, whatever. Tangent number 1. At least we got past it early. That's a good thing. Humble bragging. Where was I? Yes, tanks for silver. All right, that's a tier 8 premium light tank that you can get for silver, and this one is priced at $5 million. So RU and EU have already started. It starts tonight. I don't have a time on the announcement. It says, let me read it. Starting tonight, there you go. We're in charge. No rules for the next 7 days. So this is a 7-day event. It's going to cover Memorial Day weekend. Good for us in the States because we got a lot of time. Hopefully you've got a lot of time anyway, if you're not working too hard. And apparently about every 12 hours. And I say about every 12 hours because there is a limited amount for each one of these. The backstory is that the black market, a bunch of people stole tanks from the wargaming warehouses and now they're going to sell them on the black market. Okay, that's the funny ha-ha story behind it. How it's going to work is every 12 hours you'll have a new tank. So at 7 days, and sometimes their timing's goofy, plus it started, they announced it this morning and the first tank's not hitting till tonight. So does that mean we get 14 tanks or 13 tanks? I don't know. Are they all tanks? I also don't know that. But I'm expecting 10 to 14 tanks and other things. At least I think 10's lowballing it. I think we're probably going to see, 13 or 14 items, whatever it is. It appears to be tanks at this point. Offered every 12 hours. And back to what I started all that rambling with was there's going to be a limited amount. And on EU, they started with 20,000 Black Dogs to give away, the GF versions. And the countdown goes along as people buy them. They were at 16,000 left. So 4,000 or so had been bought about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago last time I looked at it. So you can go over to the EU site and you can actually start tracking this. It's already up. How it works, my understanding is that it is in your, if you look here in my garage, it is in your store. So I don't think you can get to it from the portal. It's not like you're going to go where you can pay for a tank with a credit card or PayPal or whatever. You're going to go into this store right here. And I don't have any screenshots right now. I've been digging around trying to find them, but essentially it's going to be right here, probably under best, or if you go to vehicles, we'll just click on that. You can see that I don't have that offer here right now, so it hasn't appeared. What do we got down here? These are just standard tanks that are available for gold. Actually, I didn't see that. That's fantastic. I'm probably going to pick that tank up. I didn't realize it was for gold right there. Look at that. These are all just standard tanks down here. Oh, those are just tanks in the garage. So anyway, another tangent right there as I wander around in the store. It should show up here in the store in your client. That's the important piece. It'll be in your client. That's one of the questions that a lot of people have. So that's really good. I mean, think about that. That's credits. That's basically free. Now, remember when I talked about yesterday, if you saw the video, I said, it's World of Tanks fan base. Somebody's going to hate the fool out of it, right? They're going to look at this and go, oh, it's the worst thing ever. It's already sort of started. My wallet's closed. You don't deserve anything. You're only trying to make up for ranked battles. That's what it was. Make up for canceling ranked battles. And I'm thinking, well, putting something together like this doesn't happen in 3 days. I don't know. Maybe it's to cover ranked battles, and they knew they were going to cancel ranked battles 2 weeks ago. But let's say it is. Who cares? Who cares? It's a good deal. I think my understanding is some of them will be available for gold later on. So if you've got a bunch of gold sitting around that you've won over tournaments, or you've collected over time, or you got a bunch of gold from the Christmas event, you didn't know what to do with it. What is Wargaming up to here? Well, they're trying to pull some of the silver and gold out of the game economy. Companies will do this, games will do this every once in a while. Make a special event that's a big gold, silver, whatever kind of consumable, or let's call a currency that the game has. They try to pull some of that out of the game so that they can work on their economy. Game economies is a whole other subject to me. I'm not gonna touch on it because it's a bit of a comedy, the way that they try to manage their economies. But be that as it may, there's a really great event starting right now. And by the way, I have said this so many times, I think it's even the tank listed as my favorite tank for the whole CC thing. This really is one of the best premium. It's one of the best premiums in the game. Never mind premium light. So really, if you got 5 million, not 5,000. If you have 5 million credits sitting around, you could do a lot worse than picking up a premium tier 8 light tank with that 5 million credits that you can just grind back anyway. Danger, danger. You buy it, Guido said it was a great tank, and then 3 days down the line, you find a tank you like better and you don't have the credits. All right, that's not my fault. I'm just throwing that out. You make your own decision, man. You can see I've got 19 million credits, so how do you get credits? Well, you could get in there and you could sell some of your consumables. You could get in there and you could sell some of your tier 10s that they're worth 3 million every time you sell them. So if it's a trade-off kind of situation, remember there's a limit to how many tanks you can sell a day. I don't know what it is. And beware, there's a weekend coming up. I would not be surprised if consumables went on sale over the weekend to avoid people selling a bunch of those back and getting the full price. So watch out for that. It's Thursday now. That hasn't happened, so you may want to jump on selling consumables. If you're low on credits and you know you're probably going to want to buy something, maybe you preempt the old half price thing, because that would really bum me out, but I would not put it past them. So danger, danger, beware. Past precedent has shown that to be a thing. All right, so that is everything I think on the black market that I can think of. Again, expect tonight, sometime early evening, I think, based on the timing from EU and RU, you should see the Black Dog come up. The good news for us is we're going to see the next tank 12 hours out or so. 8, 10, 12 hours out. So you're going to be able to look at the tank that's there now, and you're going to be able to see the next tank because it's already come out somewhere else. And if they're the same in a row, which I assume they are, maybe they're not, we'll know after a couple tanks. But if they are, then you'll be able to go, okay, this is the one I'm thinking about it, and then, no, wait, that's the one I really want, and then you can make those decisions. That's one benefit of us being at the end of the whip in this case, which is sometimes not a benefit for us, but in this case it surely is, because we're going to get the intel on these things. I wanted to bring one other thing up before I go here, and we're going to go ahead and call it this other screen. So this is cool. They just dropped this as well, and it hasn't been in the patch notes up until now. It's on test, common test. Basically, it's a new reward for the rewards for merit. So it's a new thing you can get, whereas you've got the blueprints and you've got consumables and things like that, equipment, whatever. You can also now get what are basically crew experience boosts, and they're calling them crew books. So they've got various different levels. I think the base one's worth 10,000. Let's see where it goes here, if we can get the numbers off of it. There we go. Training booklet is worth 20,000. Training guide is worth 100,000. 250,000 for the manual, and 850,000 crew experience for the personal training manual, and that is applied to one guy, one crew member. So kind of cool, actually. So now you can really start getting into those crew members and start, improving specific guys and trying to work your whole crew. Be a great way to boost guys up early to get 6 cents on them, all that kind of good stuff. So I thought that might be interesting to everybody as well. All right, that's it. Black market's coming. Enjoy all that. I think it's a great deal. All the very negative naysayers are all, it's the standard stuff, right? Wargaming is trying to steal my money because somehow I don't have agency over myself and I can't decide whether I should spend my money or not. I mean, I don't know. That's the bottom line as far as I'm concerned. And if you don't want it and it's not your thing, then you don't buy it. As far as I'm concerned, that seems pretty fair right there. You know what I mean? All right, I gotta go. We'll see you later. Bye.